YouTuber merch is a staple of the community ever since people realized if they put their face on a shirt, someone would buy it. In saying that, most YouTube merch is actually quite harmless. I mean, a shirt, mug, and even a plushie here or there doesn't hurt a soul, except for the environment. But we're not here to talk about the ecological aspects of products, we're just going to talk about the intent of the products. And with that, this is the story of Tube Heroes, a tale of licensing and regret. However, you won't regret this product placement. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. And Skillshare is a fantastic online learning community for over 25,000 classes in business, design, and more. And in regards to the video that you're watching now, Jeff Staples is teaching a class about t-shirt design and manufacturing, which could help give insight on that industry. And the second video is from Ray Dabrowski, who goes deeper into the design process of, well, shirts. In the first 500 people, you included...
Who? Me?
Yes, you. To use this link, it's 2 rip-roaring months of Skillshare Premium. And with an annual subscription of less than $10 a month, it's the most affordable service in its class. Now, that's a cool website with some neat things on it that people should check out. I wonder if Tube Heroes has a website we can check out to see if they have anything cool and neat on it. Not anymore. Some of you may remember Captain Sparkles, who made these animated Minecraft music videos. And such classics include TNT, Revenge, and even Fallen Kingdom. And as you can see, they gained a lot of attention. Other Minecraft YouTubers existed as well, which caught the eye of Jazzwares LLC. Noting back in 2015, the company decided now was the best time to capitalize on the YouTube Minecraft brand, and so they signed on a bunch of YouTubers to promote their product, toy line Tube Heroes, with such people including Captain Sparkles, Sky, Jerome ASF, Ashley Marie, Exploding TNT, Ant Venom, and Caveman Films, which subsequently were all mentioned in this article, but should be noted that this is not the complete roster of people on the list. And hey, it wasn't a bad brand to sign with. I mean, they made Nerf, Roblox toys, and First Act. So at the very least, the quality would be good, right? And it was. At this stage of the game. I mean, Jazzwares was able to sell the merchandise in actual stores, and the product line itself at this point in time was mainly just toy figures, clothing, and backpacks, which, compared to people nowadays, is nothing too abysmal. The problem was that in 2015, the fad of Minecraft YouTubers was dying down a bit. But let's not worry about that, let's go watch some funny cartoons. But commenting on the sound design, it sounds like the YouTuber just recorded it in his house.
Shoot! Go!
And with that, the sound mixing is a bit off, as a lot of the sounds that they use don't organically fade in with each other.
And triple hop.
I mean, if a regular YouTuber made this video, it would be fine, I suppose, but a big old company sapped their seal of approval on this thing and said, yep, publish. Alongside the animations, they also have commercials of the products available to buy now at Toys R Us, Walmart, and even Target. Also, they're superheroes for some reason. However, Jazzwares thought these products weren't enough, as in early 2016, coincidentally the same year that they stopped making videos on their YouTube channel, they decided to expand the brand into Tube Heroes University. They promoted a stop-motion kit along with a microphone kit, along with a separate microphone, headphone, and webcam kit. The whole premise of Tube Heroes University was to promote the idea that you can be the next big YouTuber and possibly the next Tube Hero. Which in terms of marketing, of course you've seen this before. I mean, Gatorade exists. And at this point during the research, when I found out they went from selling action figures to microphones, I wanted to talk about it. Well, not these microphones, I mean, these microphones. The first thing to note is that the webcam in the bundle is actually a repurposed factory mold. This is also keeping in mind that they had 2 separate microphone one based on Dan TDM and the other one based on popular MMOs. However, the latter comes with a webcam that shoots in 480p. And it's fine as you're actually going to take the image and scale it down and put it in the corner of your Minecraft gameplay video. Another actually fine thing is the microphones themselves, as for the price they sound.
And this is a sound test slash review of the Tube Heroes Dan TDM microphone made by Jazzwares.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm recording with everything right now. I have the headphones on. I'm using the webcam. So as you can see, the webcam is not too good.
Besides the obvious sound quality, I can't recommend them due to longevity. Either A, because of the repurposed factory molds, the actual product to deteriorate over time, or option B, just because you like a YouTuber now doesn't mean in like 6 months you don't watch their content anymore, or probably even like their politics anymore. However, for the advertising as well as the intent of the products, I'm going to put more of the blame on Jazzwares rather than the YouTubers. As that's assuming when initially pitching this idea to the YouTubers, they just said, yeah, we're just making action figures, nothing else. Continuing with the problem with the bundle is the fact that Jazzwares was using YouTubers to sell the merchandise with the intention of capitalizing on a fake dream. Saying if you buy our products, hey, you might become a famous YouTuber like these fun people. And I'd sure hope no one else tries to sell a fake dream like the Tube Heroes did.
There could be a market in fake dreams. You're right, me. Bootleg dreams sounds snazzy. Schnazzy. What are you talking about? How do you exist?
Rev up the sweatshop, boys!
Long before YouTuber merch existed, the big thing back then to capitalise on were the funnies you see in the newspaper. Such classics as Dick Tracy, Dennis the Menace, and even Ziggy all had the fortune by getting their image plastered on that mug your aunt has that you're not allowed to use when you visit. But don't worry, we aren't going to be talking about those vaguely funny comics, as we're going to chat about legends Bill Watterson of Calvin and Hobbes and Jim Davison of Garfield, who have very different definitions of integrity. Bill famously never made merchandise for his comic strip, as he once said in an interview, "Notepads and coffee mugs just aren't appropriate vehicles for what I'm trying to do here. I think to license Calvin and Hobbes would ruin the most precious qualities of my strip, and once that happens, you can't buy those qualities back." This is keeping in mind that Bill's comic strip lasted between 1985 and 1995, as he stated he did everything he wanted to do with the comic. On the other side of the newspaper, Jim was quoted as saying, "Integrity? I like money." And with that, Jim created Paws Inc. 3 years after starting his comic strip, and he now has a net worth of over $800 million. Nearly 40 years from the strip's creation, Garfield has been on TV shows, video games, mugs, calendars, pencils, and anything else Jim can slap his creation on. He's the comic equivalent of George Lucas, as nothing says I respect my work as much as making C-3PO rap for an amusement park ride.
His name is R2, but you'll never hear him rap.
Now, while we're looking at the extremes of comic merchandise, we can't point out which side is morally right, as both creators did what they thought was best with their strip. Hell, if a corporation asked me to put my face on a video game, I might consider doing it. Only so for the fact I can go down in history as the weirdest cameo in a video game since Gary Coleman in Postal 2. So, despite Tube Heroes having a big production line of shoddy merch and creators selling their image out for a bit of cash, you can't really say this was the first time it's happened. In my opinion, a bit of merch isn't really a bad thing. However, when telephones of your character start to wash up on the shores of France, you might consider dialing back the licensing rights. But before I go, it's worth noting that both creators actually have talked about the other's work. Jim had an interview about the comics he loves to read, stating, "My favourite is probably Calvin and Hobbes, but it's no longer being done, which is a shame." That's quite nice of you, Jim, but I wonder what Bill thinks of his work. Garfield is consistent. US Acres, I think, is an abomination. Oh, Bill.
Tube Heroes isn't defunct by any means, but at the same time, they're not coming back anytime soon. Their website is down, the YouTube channel hasn't posted in years, and recently, the Twitter page went quiet back in 2018. Regardless of those facts, the Tube Heroes Amazon page is actually still active to this day, with some of the products including, but not limited to,
pajamas, plushies, swim shorts, t-shirts, lunch bags, blind bags, swords, masks, and wacky little shields. This birthday card is something to yield. Selfies on this tripod, phones for a little squad, also unboxings and gift wrap. This dumb book is a bit whack, also the ungodly amount of toys they sell.
and I even bought some of the products to see how they are. And so with that, I bought this action figure pack, a Captain Sparkle slime sword that you just saw, and even a specific action figure with accessory. And when shooting the B-roll footage and actually testing out the merch, I was surprised in the quality. Well, not the boxes though. Noting here on the back of the 4-pack, they didn't use the best pictures for the YouTubers. Well, except for him. I mean, if you look at the roster down below, they keep repeating the exact same YouTubers to make it look like they have more people on the roster. And last but not least, it says right here that parents should watch the content before the kids do because of crude humor and stuff like that. I guess it's pretty odd to advertise these YouTubers as kid-friendly. Then again, they do cuss in the cartoons.
People come out of bed, people wake up in the morning, they get squash bugs, but they don't get a giant bug chasing them. Otherwise, it's any all time. It's just my luck. Holy dead.
Moving forward, the small figures actually have good articulation points, and like Lego figures, can be completely taken apart. And the only downsides I've found with this was the limited arm poses. And another thing I noticed was the more than decent paint job. I mean, from far away when you're playing with them, I suppose they're fine, and it's only really nitpick if you put the toys to your face, like I did. Moving along to the sword, despite it being mostly hollow, it's actually well constructed as long as you don't plan on using it for fighting. But product quality aside, the major downfall of Tube Heroes was their heavy reliance on Minecraft channels, as they never branched out of that genre. Of course, this was 2015 and 2016, with the rise of Leafy is here and Grade A Under A, so in that case, I can see why, for that period of time, Minecraft YouTube channels were the safest bet. And looking at the roster of YouTubers today that were once part of the Tube Heroes program, they aren't as popular as they used to be. Either because they didn't change their content, personality with the times, or perhaps people just slowly stopped watching them for one reason or another. However, there are some exceptions. But going back to the merchandise aspect of, well, this video, Nerd City started a video series all about YouTube merchandise.
Kids, mailing out your own merch sucks. Don't grow up to be like me.
And I do recommend giving it a watch if you're interested in making something of your own. And looking at it today, I'm not too sure who Tube Heroes is for now. Perhaps if you want some nostalgia of a favorite YouTuber you used to watch that can justify buying a product, or perhaps you just want to pick up your own copy of it and see how they made it. In 2018, I backed a Kickstarter project for the Odd Ones Out's Can't Catch Harry board game that I should be expecting soon. And with that, I guess we'll have to wait and see if it was a worthwhile investment, or perhaps it might just be another tale in the long tapestry of YouTube merchandise, standing next to the ranks of Tube Heroes. And with that, thank you for watching, and have a good